Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. I finally got my mowing mostly done. We've had some great weather, a little bit of intermittent rain here and there. Today, they were calling for rain, they were calling for clouds, but right now we got blue skies and sunshine.
I'll take it.
And I actually looked at the forecast, they called off the rain. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. I've been wanting to get those stairs finished. I've got a sealant, a deck correct, I think is what it's called. I'll show you guys that. But guys, we have been very, very pleased with the grazing that these goatlets, all the goaties, have been doing, and they are too. Look at them, we're ready. This is morning feeding. We don't usually get you out right now.
Let's get you guys out.
But they've been doing such a good job. It's been saving us a ton of hay, a ton of feed. And quite honestly, after I mowed, I let them help weed eat a little bit. And they do a great job at it. We talking a little bit. Hi, Herc man. Hey, Ouija. Or,
that's Spruce.
Golly, I'm Ralph Jr. So if you guys have been following a long time, we do use an e-collar with Hercules when we've got him out. And I have to admit, before starting this whole journey, I was not a big electric collar, electric fence fan, just because I felt like, oh man, you gotta hurt him to do this or that. Long story short, it's the only way to go. And quite honestly, probably the last, I don't even know how many times we've gotten him out. Wasp check in the hay shed. How about a little spider? I'm not too concerned with you. But he's not had to be corrected. And quite honestly, he listens. For wasps? Nothing. Quite honestly, he listens so well that he doesn't have to be corrected. But I think he just knows it's there and respects it. So we continue to put it on him. And once he's graduated a little bit, it will be Bruno's turn because he needs it bad. So we grab Herc's food, have it ready. We get some grain in the scoop, have it ready. I've also got Herc's regular collar, so if we need to throw the leash on him, we can. And that's kind of the process of getting these guys grazing. Thinking through what you gotta have. All right, we got their bait feed, we got his food ready. He's got his collar on. Let's let him out this gate so that hopefully they'll go that direction, and then I'll close and open the gates accordingly. Come on, goaty goats. Come here, Bluesy. We're gonna graze first. Come on, Bluesy. I tell you, this stinker pot has started waiting in the gate.
I know, and he blocks everybody else from going.
Yeah, sometimes he'll push him back. Let's go, big guy. Go get you some food. Go on.
Come on, Weege.
Go. You stinker pot.
Come on.
Go on, buddy.
Come on.
I'm coming, I promise. Are you waiting on me? Huh? Hey.
He's just being a big old bully. Come on, Duke.
Let them goatlets out. There you go. Go eat. He is getting so good at climbing up on things. He's starting to do what Big Mario did. Remember Mr. Mario was a genius about pushing limbs and little trees down with his chest. But he's actually started using his legs and his hooves to do it.
Yeah, he's getting really good at it too.
Yeah, he just gets really hacked off when he brings one down and then 2 or 3 or 4 goats run in and start eating what he's pulled down, as you could imagine.
Get all that tall stuff, Sprucers.
He is getting so big.
He's so tall.
Get out here, Dookie. Get out here. This mine. Thank you. Move on. You're out. So this guy has been doing so great at his grazing. Our problem area is him and or the goats going that direction. Our property line's only about 30, 40 feet that way. So that's kind of what we ran into last season. But with the e-collar training, his recall is fantastic. I can catch him mid-sprint, holler at him, give him that just little quick, stern, hey, come here. And he actually does. As long as you don't praise him on his way back, let him get all the way to you, then you praise him. He's been doing an amazing job at it. But yesterday, something happened. We had him out last night in the evening time. It was gorgeous. And he kind of disappeared and our bird watch notification went off, which that's the camera that we put down on the bird's nest. And he's down there. One of the guineas was down there, as were about 2 or 3 of his friends. And they get protective. Well, you don't be protective against Mr. Hercules. You just kind of give in to what he wants, but they don't know that. And so we had to intervene, and I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was trying to mess with the nest or just smell it, But the guineas, because they had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder about somebody being that close to the nest, they let him know they didn't like it. Well, if you guys remember back when we had the turks and one of them popped up to Mr. Hercules, that would have been a dead turkey right there on the spot if I had not been close enough to pull him off and pull all the feathers out of his mouth. So it was a little bit interesting yesterday, kind of a unique one, but he's better, he's fine. I think it's just curiosity got to him, and fortunately he listened when we called him off and got him distracted. But got to keep an eye on those things. Honestly, him, Nala, Bruno, all are doing very, very well with leaving the guineas alone. And our hope is when I get a chicken coop and some chickens, they maintain that good relationship with our land birds.
I'm really, really hopeful.
Yeah.
I was working with Bruno this morning on staying away from the birds, and he does really well, but then something clicks in his head and he's like, I want to follow you, I want to hurt you, I want to see what you're doing, I want to do everything you're doing. And then it's just like game on and you can't get him off of it.
You mean to tell me he acts like a puppy?
He acts like a herding puppy. Can you believe
herding puppy.
Ugh.
He's a good boy.
He is. He's doing really good.
He's got that puppy in him.
Yeah.
And his puppy, puppy. He is so stinking smart. In fact, yesterday we went to the vet and it was just me and my Bruno. And unfortunately, my back seat cover, I had it out of the truck from the last visit and I let the rain wash all the poo and the vomit off. And he's not ridden in a vehicle since. I know we talked about, taking him on more car rides and that would help, whatever. I thought, nah, let's just do it on his next vet visit, which I think was about 3 or 4 weeks apart. So I got him in there, had beach towels down, just trying to protect my seeds. He sat in the back seat for 12 seconds. We didn't even make it to the end of the driveway. And the guy's like, no, I'm riding shotgun if nobody else is in here. And I was real stern with him and I said, okay. So he came up. Yeah, and Bruno wins. He's cute, man, he's cute. And the dude did awesome. I mean, he sat there, he was drooling a little bit, which kind of made me think his stomach was a little uneasy at times, but there were no accidents, he didn't throw up. In fact, he would rest his head on my right forearm because I was petting him while I was driving and talking to him, of course, and he was talking back. We had a good conversation. But he did a great job. Sat in the front seat, rested his head on my arm for probably 60% of the ride. And then we got to the vet, and that little guy's a social butterfly. He just wants to talk to everybody. The vet techs love him. They take him back. They don't even give me a room. They leave me in the waiting room, and they're like, oh, Mr. Bruno's here. And they come and get him. And they're like, we got him. Don't worry about it. I'm like, but that's okay. All right, there he goes. And I see in the back room, every time that door opens, there's about 3 or 4 of the vet techs sitting down on the floor. And Bruno's just going from tech to tech, just loving on him. And they're just, oh, little Bruno, so cute. We're going to sit right in the middle. This is where we rode home the whole way.
VIP treatment, huh?
He fell asleep at one point with his head off the back of the console and his butt just kept getting heavier and his elbow was in my arm. And yeah, Mom, they love me at the vet's office. Everybody thinks I'm cute.
Well, you better come tell me about your appointment, okay?
Oh, I want to. Do you got something good for me?
I can find something for you.
How am I supposed to get out of here, buddy? I don't care. Here's my butt. I just peed.
Hey, cutie.
All right, buddy. Oh, these claws.
All right, Bruno, tell me all about your vet appointment.
Mom, today I did not poop in the truck. I did not throw up in the truck. I just dribbled a little bit and I made my dad hold me and I had the comfort of my new monkey toy.
Well, thank goodness you had Monkey with you.
Yeah, so that was the trip there. Then guess what? I got inside reluctantly, got in there, saw some of her puppy friends and I said, hi, my name Bruno. I want to meet you. There was a 112-pound Anatolian mix. He looks a lot like my big dumb brother.
Uh-huh.
But he was nice and calm.
That's a big puppy, you know.
His daddy said, oh, he's really friendly. And I said, I'm super friendly. Let's make friends. So we made friends and I talked to him and he didn't talk to me.
Aw, I'm sorry.
Well, he was kind of big, lazy bum.
Kind of like your big brother.
Yeah, didn't?
Are you happy to be back home and smelling all the smells?
Yes, and I like that this earth holds still.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, truck rides are fun, but they're still they're growing on me.
Hey, I'm proud of you for not getting sick.
Mom, there was a really nice older lady in there with a cat. I was like, what the heck's a cat? Don't know. But she thought I was just the cutest thing in the world, and she said, look at his little socky walkies. And I said, yeah, look at him. I'll put him on you.
You're really so cute.
He's so tired. Mom, you should have seen these weird dogs out in the field. And when they bark, they go, moo. And I go, what is that? You guys are broken. You're broken. You don't sound right. How much do you think he weighs?
Oh man, 27 pounds.
Mom, don't cut me short. 29.6 of pure muscle.
Oh!
He is poop.
You're so tired, aren't you?
Oh, he was yawning nonstop.
Oh, the guy's gonna be rotten.
These goats are getting more and more brave with their grazing, which tells me we can definitely be thinking about different areas that are fenced for them, but look how deep they're going into the woods.
And guess who's the furthest in? Can you see?
Can you even see them yet?
Look towards Spruce, who's over here, and then look to the right, just a little bit.
There's Miss Daisy.
Miss Daisy, she's the furthest in.
They're kind of hard to see. They're so far in there.
Spruce just pushed a tree over that he might have needed about 5 or 10 more pounds on. He got it, but it was a little awkward. Blue's gonna help him.
Blue always is there to help him with the trees.
So we're really excited about this. I know we probably, I overanalyze everything, honestly, but even the grazing, you know, when we very first started this season, there's a lot of growth over there on the property line. And so I struggled with the goats. They would do their round and eventually they'd make it over there and they'd start heading for the neighbor's property. And when they're nose down going, you can't call them back. So I started using the four-wheeler to help kind of corral them. But you got to be careful with that because you fire up the four-wheeler and Mr. Hercules wants to go wherever at 100 miles an hour. So this has been a huge relief for Shannon and I because this is our property all the way back. Even if they made it all the way to our trail, which is a long ways from here, this is good. But they don't go further than about 50, 60 feet deep. So man, it has made it to where I've been able to mow while they're out.
Yeah.
I've been able to kind of stop focusing on them. You just check every so often and they come back. They want to be with us. But they've just kind of gotten in a routine of doing the edge of the woods and then coming back over and doing the driveway.
The only one we have to watch for is Herc.
Well, let's see how recall works with him. Hercules! Come here, Herc! Come here, buddy! Look at your office. Come here, Hercules!
What a good boy.
Come here, bud. Herc, come here, buddy. You just can't praise him yet or he stops. That's my good Hercules. Good boy. Yes, sir. Good boy. That's a good boy.
You are so smart, Herc.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, this makes us so happy. I know it seems like such a little thing, guys, but you got to be consistent. We have come a very long way. He's good with the babies. Oh, they're gonna go eat the bird food. We forgot to close the run. Hey, 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 nope, 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 nope. Oh man, I got here late to the party. Come on, goatlets, you gotta be quiet about it. What, are you guys new at this or something?
So here's the thing, I came up here this morning and the scratch bucket was knocked over, the lid was off, and there's a whole bunch on the ground over here.
Clean it up, kiddos. Golly, there's all this wild vegetation out here.
And they come get Scratch.
Yeah, Spruce is trying to figure out how to break in the run from over there. Guys,
Cuba, seriously.
Go eat the stuff.
All this greenery out here, Spruce has it figured out.
Good job, Spruce-a-loose. Not all of us can be as smart and handsome as me, Mom.
You're right.
Smart and handsome, nom 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 nom. Smart, handsome, nom 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 nom. Spruce the best, nom nom. Spruce the smartest, nom nom nom.
I knew that was gonna happen. I knew the bucket was gonna get knocked over.
Blue and Mama are battling about it.
Blue says, no, this is mine.
Larry's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just here to peacefully eat. Oh, see, Mama's pushing Daisy around. I don't know how much Blue will let that happen.
So you see this roll of hardware cloth right here?
I do.
It's black hardware cloth.
Which means you can't see it from a distance?
Yes. So we've had a lot of questions about what we're going to do with the garden area and if it's going to be fenced in because we need to protect it from all of the critters. And I believe I finally have an idea as to what we're going to do fencing wise. So I just have to talk my big, strong, handsome husband into driving some T-posts for me.
Vroom, vroom.
We'll see how that goes.
Not a problem.
But I think what I'm going to do is put cattle panels around it and then take that hardware cloth and zip tie it to the panels so that it'll keep all the little critters out. It'll definitely keep the goats out because it'll be tall enough that we shouldn't have to worry about them jumping over it. But
well, and we like the cattle panels, we like the goat panels because of the rigidity.
yep.
Like we could do welded wire and then put the hardware cloth up, but we have a major, I'm a perfectionist, a little OCD. And so, you know, if it can't be like straight, it just throws me off. So we're gonna do the cattle panels because they will be straight, and then you can string your hardware cloth on it to keep like the rabbits and mice and squirrels.
Probably not squirrels. Squirrels can climb everything.
Yeah, that's not gonna be, yeah.
But the rabbits are my big concern, and then raccoons, possums, the smaller critters that are ground critters. So.
Well, fortunately, there's not like a bunny nest over there real close to it or anything.
Speaking of that bunny nest, we're going to talk about it. We'll go over to the garden area in a minute, and we're going to talk about the bunny nest.
Yeah, and I do, here's my disclaimer. There was a lot of comments about like, hey, you know, you guys are, we've seen you with your animals, you're animal lovers. We were a little surprised by your reaction to the bunnies and blah, blah, blah. I have to be honest, I had no idea. You saw my first raw reaction. Normally, we get to talk about those things before we film them.
Well, I had just found it that morning. It was raw for me too.
Yeah. So the reality is we had to research a little bit. You guys just got to be there the moment we had to decide, okay, what are we doing? So we have addressed it. We are working on it. I have held one of the little bunnies in my hand, and it is the cutest stinking thing in the world. Poor little guy was lost. And I said, no, you go back in here, or you just stay in my hands for a little bit, then you go back in. So that was our first initial finding. Yes, we do love all animals. Yes, we're going to do our best to keep them safe and keep them out of the garden.
Yes.
As best we can.
They are covered and they are all alive.
And the dogs don't bother them.
Mostly.
Mostly. They find them.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's Bruno. You never can tell what he's going to do.
That's true.
I think Mr. Hercules is taking him a little trail walk.
Is he?
My guess is he's smelling Bruno because we still take Bruno on walks when we got to burn a little more energy. I can see... You can see his little curly tail way back in there. Let's see if I can get a recall from here too. Hercules! Herc! Come here, buddy! He fights it for a little bit, but I can see it. He checks back. That's a good boy, Hercules. Good boy. That's a good, come here, good boy.
They found them a sweet little honey hole of a bunch of saplings and stuff right here.
Yeah, they love those oak leaves.
Weed, you are so cute, just standing on a log eating,
Well,
just like your sprucers.
Cute's my middle name, Mom. Cute.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
There's got to be one of them. Come on, goaty goats. Bluesy, Mama. Earl's calling for Blue.
She is so cute. I love her.
She is an independent little goatlet, I can tell you that. Come on, Bluesy. Prance for us. Do it. Yeah, you're such a pretty runner. Harry. Golly, I love these guys. Good job, Bluesy. Thank you. Gosh, they move so fast. So this is that area where I cleaned up all the down dead stuff on that little flat spot right there. And I'm very pleased. It is regrowing some greenery, if you can see through there. So I'm hoping that will provide some pasture in due time. But this is that area where we've come in with the chainsaws and the brush hog, and I know I show it to you, but it's slowly coming along. I've got a lot more saplings. The first time through, you're annihilating so much of it. This is at least me and my mentality. And you just feel like, oh no, I'm cutting all this down, like we're gonna lose all of our coverage. We're gonna lose blah, blah, blah. But you just keep doing it and you take down a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger until you've really focused on the beautiful trees that provide the canopy, and the edges of their canopies kind of connect together so that it keeps Shady Acres nice and shady where we want it to be. And it will still promote growth on the forest floor, which of course will be exactly what these goats will want. So next season, I'm really curious to see what this does. And I'm still gonna continue to do some work from now until then to give it the best chance at growth. And then I really like those 55-inch black posts that I got from Gallagher for the fence around Goatville. And Shannon and I have been talking about, you know, we got 11 of the best goats on the planet. How perfect would it be if we could encompass this whole right side of the frontage of the property back to where I started clearing here and give the goats that? Because come spring, summertime, I don't think I'll have to feed them any hay, any grain. They'll just be out maintaining it. And there's more land than what they can maintain, so they'll have plenty to eat. That would be the perfect scenario. But it's coming along over here. We absolutely love this area. Oh, Bluesy. She's definitely a work smarter, not harder kind of girl. Did you need to borrow the trailer for a minute, honey? Whoop. That's a spruce trick right there.
Blue, that's my trailer, so why don't you hop off it when you're done with these leaves, huh? Why don't you get off of there, lady? That's mine. Blue, what did I tell you? I told you my trailer.
They crack me up.
He's trying so hard. He's sticking that tongue out.
Oh, yeah, payback, son, huh? Weege, I don't think that's how you're supposed to go, buddy. Well, I thought, oh no. Okay. They're not all as smart as you, are they, Spruce?
No, they can't figure out the just exactly. We're supposed to get up on trailers and get all the leaves out of this and nick nuts. Nom. I'm smartest. Nom.
Are you eating my dirt? What are you doing?
I snacking. I just snacking.
That's not a snack.
I like dirt.
So if you guys have been with us for a while, you know last year I was really trying to build my own garden beds. And then we got spruce and all of our time just kind of disappeared, it seems like. So I reached out to Tartar this year and they were gracious enough to send me 6 of these 6-foot garden beds. And the really cool thing about these is they don't have a bottom, and I'm gonna do the hugelkultur method. So what I did was I put cardboard down, sticks, then some straw with goat manure in it, and then compost, and then my good garden soil mix. So I'm really excited about this because I really think that having that method in here is gonna help the roots have room to find their space and breathe and all that stuff. But I'm really excited about this.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out to the sky. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way.
Hey, I didn't ask for your help with this part. Would you get out of there, please? I do not want you in there digging in my beds. Hey, go on, get out of there. Go find a different hobby. Come on. Bruno, come on. Come on, get out. Come on. Thank you, that's a good boy. Thank you.
I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
This archway right here that my awesome husband built for me is gonna have tomatoes and squash, and check it out.
Kyle size.
It's Kyle size.
I am so happy about this. We started putting it together. I was like, hey babe, is there any way we could make that trellis to where I could get under it without doing this number? Now, my dream is that you're gonna have some deliciousness growing up over this, so there's gonna be stuff hanging and it won't be quite as Kyle sized. It would be perfect for picking things.
That's the idea. That's the hope.
Yeah. What Shannon's not telling you, she is so excited about this garden, as am I. And she has done a lot of hard work on this. And it's been a compilation of day after day, different pieces, and she's just kind of trying to take it in stride. So major kudos to her. In fact, we had a couple of friends over last night. They had only seen it in the videos, but they hadn't seen it to this level of completion. And they have done some gardening themselves for quite a while. And so it was very reassuring when they looked at us and they were like, hey, you've done the hard part. Now it's just about time to put your stuff in the ground. So at night, I have to admit, I got a tattle on you. We've got these little solar lights in there. Whether or not they'll stay once the garden's in place, I don't know. I don't know if they'll attract things we don't want. But for right now, it makes for the coolest little hangout spot when the stars are all shining right here and you got these little lights coming out. You probably saw the pictures over on social media, but it's just such a peaceful place. And I can only imagine when there's stuff growing in it that we can eat, we can harvest, and will benefit the homestead and us all together, how absolutely exciting it's gonna be. It feels surreal, I don't know. Dad's done a great job on his garden. We've seen a lot of people doing awesome with their gardens, but until you do it yourself or you let your wife do it, I let my wife do it. I don't think that it just doesn't sink in. So I'm very excited to see stuff in the ground. Her little starters are all doing awesome up there. I'm very proud.
Thanks,
and you
babe.
should be proud too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My most recent thing, now that the beds are prepped and ready, I've been taking my flamethrower and just trying to burn all the grass in here. And really what my goal is to burn all of this. I have to wait until the bunnies are moved.
Wait, you're
obviously.
gonna save the bunnies?
I know it's really hard to believe, guys.
Oh, no way.
But the bunnies are gonna be saved.
Sarcasm, sorry.
I'm waiting for the mama to move them, is really what's happening.
Yeah.
So I'll come through and burn all this, and then this is where I want to put the fence up so that all the critters, all nature don't come and eat all my plants. But I actually think I'm gonna burn that over there as well, and a line in the back, just to give myself a good perimeter, a nice clean space for you to put fence up for me.
Yeah.
And honestly, like burning all this down in here, I really think it's gonna make a big difference.
From my research, I believe burning that stuff out can last like 2 to 3 months or so.
That's awesome.
So, you know, if we made it till latter part of July or whatever, you know, there may be one more growth, do one more burn, call it good.
Yeah.
I do have to admit, I weed eated this area right here yesterday, and I stopped right here because on the tips of all of these, those are seeds. So if I weeded that right there and it landed over here, you'd
Bad
be
deal.
growing grass.
Yeah, bad deal.
So yeah, I would say the burning method's probably good.
I have been checking this area pretty good to just make sure there aren't any more rabbits' nests. I'm gonna grab the hoe and kind of move some of these leaves and stuff just to make sure, but I'm ready to burn this whole area right here.
Get her done.
And then once we do that, I'll be ready to have you install a fence for me.
You got it.
Thank
Just
you.
let me know.
So I really want to thank Tartar for sending these garden beds over, because I did not have time to build them, and these are going to make such a big difference on our garden.
Absolutely. Very grateful.
Very, very grateful.
Are you Hercules? Huh? Are you Hercules, bud? Come on, Spruce. Come on, Harry. Yeah, look at them jets. Watch out, Herc's right there.
I ain't scared of no Hercules. Get out of my way, Herc. Coming through.
What a good boy, Hercules. Were you waiting for me?
Harry's a good boy. Everybody came in on their own. I didn't even have to touch the grain bucket.
That's awesome.
Harry did come in over here, and I had this closed off for Big Guy to eat, but he was probably just hoping that I had his dry food down. Everybody else came in. I didn't have to shake food in their face. Nobody got any.
Good job, everybody. Got some full bellies now, don't we? Yeah.
Guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you so much for coming along on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.